Hello everyone. First of all, massive thank you for tuning into this live stream. Today we're just going to be designing a design portfolio live. Thought it'd be cool to, just like do something pretty chilled on a Friday afternoon. Try out live streaming for a change. And then if anyone wants to join in this co-working session, they can. But without further ado, I'll be jumping into a Figma file. So I'll be improving my existing portfolio. The one that helped me actually get a job for Facebook, well, Meta these days. So let's get started. So the main thing I really want to do on here is actually add basically a store. So here I have a potential design for my new portfolio, but then what I want to do is make it clear that when it comes to a portfolio, I want it to make it more than just a portfolio, as in it's like a landing page, so it links you off into it basically links you off to the YouTube stuff, the newsletter, and then if you want to look at my past design work that I've done at Ford, you can. And I don't really have any new case studies to add because I just started Meta, but I feel like because I coded that previous website as well, it's kind of nostalgic to keep it up and running. So this is going to be more of a landing page. But then one of my big targets for next year is to actually sell stuff and actually come up with a side hustle, side income. So I feel like right now this is the design I've got, and I feel like because I do lots of Figma community stuff, I don't really represent that really well, and I'm hoping this new design can help with that. So right now I realize I've got these two tabs here, but I feel like if I want to add a store, I want to put it onto this website and then maybe make it with Webflow or something after. But that'll be really cool, to be honest. Be sure to add a comment of where you're tuning in from, and let us know what you're working in as well. It's the first time I've done a live stream, let us know. It'll be really cool to get some engagement going. Hey, how's it going, Sahid Ali? Yes, how you doing, dude? Some other concepts I've come up with for this design. So I've got other content creators. I've looked at their stuff, but I guess the inspiration I got from a Facebook design website, as well as I have a Dropbox design website. But I'm kind of digging this style that I've got around here. So the way it works with this hamburger menu, it comes down with a list. I feel like it kind of works pretty well. Let us know what you actually think about this, but I feel like it's pretty cool. So the main thing I want to add is the store. So the newsletter is going to link off to a ConvertKit website for now. And then this is just going to link up to my YouTube page. So if I add a store, I feel like maybe I'll have to just replicate these two again, but let's give this a go. So it's not really going to look that amazing, but I feel like a store is really going to set me up. If I get this done before the end of the year, then next year I don't even really have to worry too much about the infrastructure of having everything in place. I can just focus on the actual product. Well, fingers crossed. Hey, how's it going, Kumar? How's it going, Salman? How you guys all doing? It's so cool to actually see other people actually watching this live stream. Man, that's actually crazy. Let us know what you guys are working on, what you plan on doing this weekend, and how's your work day been? Where are you tuning in from? Obviously, I'm tuning in from London right now. Let me quickly add a tweet as well to let people know that we're doing a bit of a live stream. So let me quickly share my Twitter window. Also, can you guys hear any background music or not? Let us know. Kumar Sachin, you're tuning in from India. That's wicked. Whereabouts in India, man? Alright, window capture. Let's see. So, alright. Let's put this up here. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly show people. I'm pretty open when it comes to like talk about this stuff, but my socials when I announced a new job at Meta, they've been like pretty diverse in the opinions. So I don't really check too many of my notifications right now, but I appreciate people that have come to this live stream. We are live now. Alright. Hey, I work in social media marketing, just getting tips ready for when compiling my portfolio. UX has the best tips. Yeah. I feel like when it comes to portfolios, the number one tip I'd say is just get your content done. Don't worry too much about the tools. Like, you can focus way too much on all of that stuff, but the reality is that, yeah, when it comes to all of this stuff, focus on your case studies, your content, and if it looks good, that's another bonus, but it's all about the content, getting something out there, because you can get really caught up in all of that stuff. Oh, how's the new MacBook, man? So I'm using this new MacBook to actually stream on, and the fans don't go off. Like, if I didn't buy this new MacBook, it would never really be possible for me to do live streams. And the old laptop I used to be from my old workplace, which is Ford. So it's really expensive, but I'm just really grateful to be able to have the opportunity to, yeah, like actually buy it and then do live streams and stuff. And I'm hoping, like, building more of an income, I'll be able to pay for it, like the money back on it. But let us know what hardware you guys use as well. Alright, so my idea here is so this will link up to my existing website, Figjam.me. If I'll quickly show you what that looks like. And so this is my existing portfolio. I'm going to keep all of these case studies here. And well, it clearly worked okay because it landed me a few interviews at big tech companies. So yeah, it kind of worked, which is pretty cool. But the way I'm going to do it is like, so Figjam.me is going to basically go towards this new landing page here. So this will be like Figjam.me or like Figjam 101. And then when you click on portfolio, it's going to go to like portfolio.figjam.me, if that makes sense. It's like a sub address, and that is a plan. I feel like that'll be pretty cool. Let us know what you think. And let us know what you guys use your portfolio to create. Let me quickly read some of your comments. There's a lot of interaction in chat. So, how's the new OBS is heavy, my 16-inch Intel. Yeah, I had a 16-inch Intel, man, and no, it's just a big no. It's just a big no. It's unfortunate, right? Because that's an expensive laptop, and now the new chips are so much better. But honestly, I feel like it's worth changing and getting a iMac M1 in the next couple of weeks, and never switch from a laptop to so before I went backpacking and traveling, I really wanted to get like an M1 iMac, but I realized coming back, I think laptops are the way forward if you have like a good monitor. So I have like an LG ultra wide monitor, and it does the job. And you know what? With 14 inches, it's so portable, and you can just take it around with you. It feels more powerful being able to take a laptop around with you. All right, let's actually do some design work. So what I'm thinking is just let's get rid of this, and then replicate maybe like this style with a shop. And I'm gonna use like Unsplash for like the images here. So another thing is I haven't really done design work for like 3 months, but I don't know, it should come back naturally. Just on my new role, I don't think I'll be doing any like visual design work anytime soon. So I'm just gonna quickly go to like Unsplash and grab let's say a shop. Like when I think of like a marketplace, so like the imagery here, I'm trying to go for something like quite different, so something like vintage or something, you know. And this like kind of hipster, you know. It'll be cool. Maybe something like this. I don't know. But then that doesn't really allude shop to me, you know. It looks like I'm selling clothes or something, and I don't think that's what we should be going for. Alright, as someone who has no experience in web creation, I've learned a lot from research. Is Wix okay? Webflow seems too complicated. Yeah, I feel like just use whatever's best for you is what I advise, to be honest. What you ever feel comfortable in. I feel like Webflow has more flexibility, but Wix might be really good. I heard a lot of people use Squarespace, which is meant to be similar to Wix, but honestly, just do what you're comfortable with. I'm 19, currently budding product designer. It would be really awesome if you could share some learnings from your journey, which could help me in my way forward. Yeah, so I started at Ford at 18, and I'm 24 right now. So, some like key learnings for my journey. I guess one massive tip I'd say is network with people. It's like a really famous cliche saying, but yeah, it works really well. Networking is really key. Try to forge those like virtual relationships with people. I know it can be way harder. And one tip I'd always say is when you're scared of like networking with people, something I'm like pretty nervous about a lot of time is like this motto I have is like, what is the worst that can happen? That's something I learned when I'm traveling really. What is really the worst that can happen if you like direct message someone for help, like you get ghosted. It's like, oh, that's like the worst case scenario, and you know, like getting ghosted is fine. It happens loads of times, right? And then what's the best thing that happens? You forge a really good relationship with someone, you know. So networking for me, and watching lots of YouTube videos, and just doing self-paced, self-guided learning, like just doing personal projects, you learn a lot. But yeah, those are my tips, Kuma. Alright, cool. So let's like get like a marketplace here. I really want something that really signifies a shop. I don't know what people feel like when it comes to a shop, what they think of, you know. I guess the whole like shopping cart like is really cool. I don't know how like it's on like when I'm live streaming, I feel like concentrating like two times, you know, like this looks pretty hip, so yeah. Kinda digging it, kinda not, you know. That to me looked like, so what the hell is going on here? It's like, wait, a shop, but you got a guy in a trolley? I want something like that signals more of a marketplace. Hey, no worries, man. Everyone's still learning, you know, as well. Like, just because, like, I guess we're all in different parts of our journeys as well. Remember that, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. You know, appreciate like the journey. That's what I'd say. Like, you might have this end goal of like making it to big tech or whatever, but whilst you are trying to get to that goal, remember to appreciate every day that you have and the goal, and try to just appreciate the journey, because honestly, the journey is just as fun as actually reaching the end goal as well. Not saying like once you reach the goal it's not really cool as well, but I'm saying like there's a lot to appreciate out there, you know. Alright, so marketplace, shop at my marketplace. So I'm trying to go for like some pretty simple copy here as well, something more personal. So using a lot of like how this can help you, or like making it more personal, like this is for you, or like see my design work, or like buy something cool. Or maybe something like let's go shopping. Personally, like, I'm not too fussed about people looking at my design portfolio. I want to prioritize. Congrats on your job at Meta. I definitely agree with you about networking. Just recently joined Islamic Clinic Slack channel. So yeah, that's a really good place, man. Islamic makers, like, I really feel like that's a good place to meet people. I met forged out really good connections there as well, where you get good mentors to help you. Because at the end of the day, you can do your stuff by yourself to like make it to like big tech and stuff, but it's way easier if you have people already done the journey and can help you there, and it makes a struggle a lot easier and bearable, you know. Image like different fruits in a basket can suit here, I feel. Yeah, like a proper market. This is interesting. I feel like if I change this to crop, there's actually not that much of the actual image you can play around with here, you know? So what I want to say is buy some of the latest products and support my content creation journey. So I feel like hopefully people will be willing to buy stuff from my shop, but because all the revenue, I guess, like the profits, will help me continue like doing content creation, as well as be nice to build up that side income, so you're not always relying on like your Facebook, well, not for like whatever job you're doing. Could you drop a link to the Slack channel? I'd love to join. Yeah, I guess if someone has the link, that'd be awesome if you could like drop it. Yeah, alright, shop at my marketplace. Yeah, this image, like, I feel like this one looks really cool. Like, it looks kind of vintage, whilst this one not so vintage, and now we've got a bit of disparity going on. Like, this one can look futuristic because it's my portfolio. It's quite modern, right? Maybe if we swap this one here. Do you guys know about this little swappy arrow that you get, and you just slide it and then boom? Yeah, it's a cool little Figma trick. Could you drop a link to that? Yeah. If anyone's able to drop it, let us know. Hey, let us know if there's music as well. If the music's working or not. Because right now I'm playing some Riot games, open source music. I'm not really digging these as well. I feel like this needs to look way more like a button and fit this style here. Oh, there's just so much to work on, man. It's kind of crazy. I don't know, guys. Like, the thing is that, you know what I'm really surprised about is when I go to like Google Analytics, you have a couple of hundred people just going on my website without me ever promoting it. I just put in my Twitter bio and on YouTube links. So people do visit this website, right? So there is an opportunity for people to buy stuff and for me to promote other stuff as well. No music picking up, mate. Alright, cool. Let's add some. Alright. Oh no. let us know how that's going. Alright, so that's 100, that's 100. So like the other idea is basic. So can you see like these are like different levels? So this really just doesn't work, this image, honestly, man. You know, like the image I have when I think of a market, it's like something with those like shutters. So it's like kind of like a garage, like we know with those like shutters, and then you have like someone in the stall like trying to sell you stuff. I know that's maybe more of a traditional market, but that's something I really think of. Surely someone's got a picture of that. Yeah, also, you know, when it comes to like making websites, just a bit loud, that's just a bit loud. Okay. Yeah, what was I saying? You know, when it comes to like websites and stuff, is that you realize like imagery, like especially marketing websites, plays such a big role into making the website look really nice. And as good as like your design structure could be, like the imagery can really be what sells and makes it pop. Like the Apple websites are a great example of that. Like the product images they have there, they're just ridiculously crazy, right? And they look so good. Same with like Nike.com. Like honestly, some of the product imagery for Nike is it is honestly amazing. Let's search here. Alright, cool. That looks pretty cool, you know. Apart from, it looks like I'm trying to sell fruits, but so the idea is, I feel like because traffic comes from anywhere. It's crazy to believe. I remember when I was in my 9th grade, I used to make videos and overnight 100 plus videos. Yeah, like that's crazy, man. I'll be interested to know how comes you stopped making videos. You know, it's always a good opportunity making content. I feel like a lot does come from this. So like what I'm planning on selling is either next year a physical book. So let us know what let us know below your ideas of what you think of this. So one of them's a book, and the book's gonna be a Figma 101 tips book, and it's gonna list like the best like keyboard shortcuts I use for Figma, the best Figma tips that I use every single day. It's gonna be like quite a short book with illustrations. And you basically buy this book when you're getting to start using Figma, and you open it and you basically find out the best tips to speed up your workflow and the best shortcuts, and you just leave it on your desk and you can just flick through it when you're working. The second idea I have, idea number 2 for something I'm going to sell next year, is iOS like app icons. So you know, like I've released for Figma community some icons before, but I feel like because I'm kind of into stuff like that, how about I make some like icons. If everyone likes the stream right now, I guess we're on 2 likes, so maybe get to like 5, that'd be cool. So the other idea I had was like creating app icons for iPhone, so that'd be really cool. So you can have like a custom or icon pack. Maybe you charge a couple of £pounds for that, and then once you make it, it just lives in a marketplace. I'm not sure how popular that'll be. The third idea I had would be a design interview course where you buy it and I produce all the videos, and you just buy all the videos and the resources that come with it, and it's basically a design interview guide mainly aimed at like big tech and using my past experience on how to pass things like app critiques and whiteboard interviews. I feel like a lot of people have done stuff like this already, but yeah, let us know your thing. So idea number one is the Figma book, number 2 is the app icon kit, and number 3 is the course. 3 ideas. Let us know. And yeah, we're on 2 likes right now, so whoever likes this, I'll appreciate it. Also, should I call it a marketplace? Should I say shop at my marketplace? Or because marketplace kind of infers that there's other people selling on there, you know? And I feel like that's misleading, because I feel like this will just be my side with things I sell. I wouldn't mind selling other people's stuff on the website, but the reality is I'm sure they already got their own places they do that, and this will... The Figma book sounds like something you get. Online courses sound like the best avenue at the moment. Working on one for my work soon. Figma book sounds like something I would get. Yeah. That's cool to hear that that's something that you'd get, man. I feel like writing's a skill I want to improve a lot on as well. So, something I want to explore, and there's one person, like, there's someone I want to ask, like, to help me illustrate the book as well. I feel like it'd be really cool just to publish a book. And there's ways on Amazon, you know, like to publish books there, and it'd be cool to be like an Amazon bestseller or something. So shop at my store. Is this using auto layout? Yeah. Like, I don't know if it's like 16. It looks like. Alright, so that's at the padding here. I don't know if I can increase that to 20. Yeah, it looks like that's not enough. I did 1 and 3 for a long time. I do can make a good return, is what I feel. Yeah. I feel like ideas too is just kind of like the Apple icon pack. It's just a personal challenge, because I don't really consider myself as an amazing icon designer. Like, one person's work I really look up to is Bonnie Kate Wolf. She has like some amazing icon work. But I feel like if I buy an icon, make an icon pack, people purchase it, I feel like that's a really cool validation to be like, yeah, your work's actually pretty cool, you know. Yes, it's really interesting to see, you know. Or like, I feel like the music's gone. Let's like add another song. Yeah, it's interesting, to be honest. The physical is so much better than ebook. It's nice to have it. Yeah, I feel like obviously for environmental purposes, there's no harm in having any ebook whatsoever. But physical books, I'm obsessed with reading physical books. I don't know if I've got like books around me. Like, this is a book I'm reading right now. I've butchered it, but like, has anyone read this book, like 12 Rules of Life by Jordan Peterson? Like, it's a massive book, but it's way more fulfilling when you actually like turn by turn, like read through the pages. And books smell like they smell cool. Alright, I just feel like I'm not making much progress right now, but that's okay. Honestly, I don't know how someone like Charlie Marie like does this like so productively. It's kind of crazy. Oh man. Alright, so if we put space in here. Basically, I'm not the best at multitasking. Like, I like to really engage when I read a comment and think about things, but you know. So this is interesting, right? I'm promoting the YouTube channel here, but I'm not promoting my Figma stuff. But I feel like my Figma stuff is most accessible on Figma, the actual platform, and that's the best place to really get. And the design resources, it's not to say they're always going to live on Figma. Like, for example, this is just going to link them off to Figma community, but at the same time, there might be some resources that won't be in Figma community. You never know. For example, there might be a Google Docs, if that makes sense. So I feel like it's best not to just talk about Figma community here. Alright, so before, this is what I mean by having it personalized. You know, like copy, like here, made for you. Like this stuff is really good. A newsletter made for you. What made you want to start content creation? So I guess when it came to the end of my apprenticeship at Ford, so I graduated from university, like finally finished, and basically, yeah, when I graduated, I was like, I've got a lot of spare time on my hands, and one thing I really like is create. So I want to like give back and share my design journey with other people. So yeah, that's what really got me into it, to be honest. I like watching a lot of content creation videos as well. For example, I like watching like Femke's design videos a lot. I've pretty like watched every single one. Charlie Marie's, I've watched like nearly all her videos. Hello, I'm Alexa, Sarah. Like people like Ali Abdaal are really like inspiring actually. He's like a really good channel. Ali Abdaal's a big influence as well. Yeah, I haven't watched as much YouTube as I used to be honest. But so let me quickly show you guys like this Dropbox website I've got inspiration from. Can you see this? Dropbox. Yeah, so it's a very similar like inspiration, like where they've got these massive blocks here, and then they've got this block on the side here. I guess this is kind of where I've got a lot of my inspiration from. But the reason why this works really well is just because of the imagery they use, as well as they've got really cool things, like, you know, when you scroll, can you see on the left here, the wheel? That's like, it's so cool. It's like an on-scroll movement. So it goes clockwise when you go down, and then it goes like anti-clockwise when you scroll up. It's just like those little micro interactions are ridiculously good, you know. But let me put that in the chat. Check that out. That's really cool stuff. Alright, let's get back into it. I still really don't feel like that infers that it's a shop, you know. It's a bit weird. dark past? Oh, damn. That's a pretty cool question, yeah. Do you think your background in engineering has made you a better designer? Definitely. It's just the way you kind of think about things, really. Like, you know, when it comes to like building stuff, or like designing stuff, you just think about the elements of how they can basically be developed and the process of how this works, and you just understand terminology. You can empathize in certain situations. Like, I've done front end development for like 2 years, and 2 years at school as well. So yeah, I feel like it definitely helps, to be honest. But it's not saying that it's essential. But yeah, I feel like it's really cool to know how to do front end development. And I built my personal website by myself as well, which, yeah, it took me a really long time, but I guess it was worth it, I feel, because I learned a lot. At the time, I didn't really know how to use like React and stuff. I just feel like these images, and they just don't really fit each other, you know. So what I'm thinking right now is, so the other design I had here, I had 2 small, 1 big. Do I make this really big for my store? And then the thing is that there's an uneven amount of stuff I want to show. So I want to show a store, a newsletter, educational content, and my design work. Alright, so there's 4. And then if I have like Figma community, that'll be 5. I started as an engineer too. Totally think it helps. Also really helps when explaining your yeah, definitely. It's just a really great skill set to have as well. Like, one cool thing is when you design something and then you can just go off and develop it as well. It's quite nice. When it comes to the music, one thing I'm really sorry about is I didn't get VLC to work to play continuous playlists, so we have to play like 1 song at a time, which kind of sucks. I'll figure it out hopefully next time. I can't believe we're like 40 minutes in. Is it expected from product designers, big tech to code also? No, it's not actually. No way. Like, that's optional, to be honest. It's a nice to have. Like, you barely even get a chance to mention it in an interview. Like, there's way bigger skills you should be focusing on. There's way bigger skills you should be focus on being a great like interaction designer, product thinker, rather than focusing on like coding. I just feel like something's really off with this. Dude, I can't believe that people actually went to like watch this live stream, honestly. Man, like, I'm so surprised. Like, I thought my audience really isn't big enough to do stuff like this yet, but yeah, I really appreciate people coming to watch this. Like, if I ever do another one, it'll be really cool if you guys come again. I feel like I definitely will try and do another one, and hopefully earlier on in the day as well. Today I've been like really busy outside of work. The plan is to do the live stream for another 30 minutes because I got to play football this evening. You know what? Like, let's just do something like completely So I feel like I'm really stuck here. I'm not sure like how to make the shop look, like integrate. I'm just kind of still looking for more ideas. Alright, you know what, we'll come back to this. Like, sometimes when I'm blocked, alright, I just don't feel any inspiration of how this looks. I'm just going to focus on a completely different page. What we're going to look at is the store. So this is like the open source design resource page, but why I'm showing this is because I feel like the store could get inspiration from something like this, you know. We want a bit of consistency on the website. Did I ever take a screenshot? Yeah, no, of Apple's store. Cause yeah, look, I did. And yeah, cause I'm really inspired by that. Like, so Apple have like this cool little tile look when it comes to their store, but this works well because they've got a hell of a range of products, right? And they've got a carousel going on. Whereas I'm only gonna have maybe 2 or 3 things on the store. Like if I scale this, then maybe the carousel would work. But then a risk with a carousel is the products like on the further end of the carousel, you're at risk of not seeing them or knowing that you can scroll to the end. So maybe it's best to go for like a grid. Yeah, let us know what you think of using something like by the way, do you have a BenQ light bar or a ring light? I recently bought an Elgato ring light today for Black Friday, so hopefully I'll have better lighting on the live stream. And I don't really use a BenQ light bar. Early YouTube days, way to go. You have great content. I'm learning a lot. Thank you. That's so cool to hear. Anyway, so back to the carousel is that the reason this works with the Apple Store is because people probably already know what they want to get before they've gone into the Apple Store, right? So you'd be like, oh, I want to get the Magic Mouse, and then they'll probably like hover through it. Whereas with the store that I'm looking for, a carousel like would deprecate exploring new options. Stuff like that they'll ask you on like design interviews and stuff, so it's good to have good knowledge on like why certain patterns work, you know. So that's why I probably won't do a carousel. I'm kind of like bailing out of that idea right now. I feel like I'm gonna do it something like this. So in a store you need to add things to the basket, right? You know what website we're gonna take inspiration from? Is like Nike.com. Let's go there. That website honestly is one of the nicest stores you can actually go on. So look at this. Like, what makes their store so good is the imagery, like the product placement here. So when you go on their store, you have add to bag here. The thing is that will I want people to be able to add to bag straight away, or like check out straight away, instead of adding another page where you can get the whole product description? It's definitely more design work to be done if you do it that way. But it gives you the opportunity to like sell the product more if you have like a dedicated landing page. It's something I haven't really thought about before, to be honest. I've never designed a store, but alright, let's look at ASOS. So like when you go straight here, so this is like the store. They always have like a product feature, so you can see all the images and then you add it to bag. Let's see how Femke done her store. think the store's gone now. Interesting. I feel like even if the store had nothing to do, it'll still be an empty state, you know? It's okay to have an empty state. I'll tell you who's got a cool store, Charlie, because you can buy like grayscale on their website. Yeah, get the font. Alright, that's enough like little research done. I've got 20 minutes, so I haven't done much design, but alright, let's do this. Right, so okay. It's actually like Amazon to depict different categories might work. Yeah. Thing is that you need to have like images and stuff already. I'm trying to get that like Swedish, Norwegian, minimal, it's like Scandinavian type, you know, that wooden look. If I sold the book for like £15, would that be too expensive? Let us know in the comments below how much people really spend on like not just your everyday book but educational books, you know. Really is that you have to invest a lot in this stuff. Let's do something like this. Okay. So here, I feel like this design might actually work pretty well for the store as well. It would be nice to go pretty bold and different, just for the sake of the live stream, you know. Oh man, I'm sorry if the music's gone, man. Well, let's quickly see how the Apple Store looks. We can replicate something like this. It's not obviously hard to do. But like I said, the purpose doesn't really fit what we're trying to do. Probably not too much. A little Helvetic. And when I'm looking, I'm really looking with my eyes at the imagery here, you know. It's good use of imagery. Note to self, if I ever sell something, the product imagery better be good. Oh man. Jeez. could tell for India for books, so I'm just going to say Aina 8666666666. Alright, just use that Apple so what will they do here? I feel like this grid works way better. But let's do it anyway. So they just use white and then they just use like a drop shadow. And then they got like insane border radiuses going on. Sweet. I guess here. Let's pretend they've got a book to sell. So we need to. So here would be like the image, right? So that's at censored. So I'm using Monster 8 font here. Alright, that's like 32, that's cool. I'm just thinking, so with this design option, right, you don't really get to explain too much about the products. You're really relying on people to know what it's about, because you already have too much of a description. Whereas if I went with a design like this, you have a chance to actually explain what the product is before they even click on it. Same with like this banner here. Let's continue anyway. I feel like the price would be pretty key. Just a psychological trick like $14.99. Level those up. Sweet. And then this, maybe I go down more. Alright, cool. Obviously this needs to be, like the hierarchy is just way off here, you know. So this is assuming there's an affordance here with a drop shadow that you're going to click on this. And then from here, it has to go to another page. Where you basically, just thinking like, there must be a reason why all these companies allow you to go on another page before you add it to your basket, right? Because I guess people aren't pretty fully convinced at this stage to get your product. But maybe having this link off to another page allows you to then sell on like something like ConvertKit or something like that, where they can handle the processing and merchant fees. I feel like having a stock level will be good. This is like this behavioral psychology stuff they do. I feel like it's not good to do stuff like this. You know, like only 3 remaining. And then it basically gets people to like really rush and think to like make their purchase decision. It's quite an unhealthy thing to do. And now to make this like red as well, to make it like seem even more significant. Like the amount being sold, let's say like 40. I feel like some products I want to just make them limited edition, like only sell like 101 of them. It might be a lot of effort wasted, but it'll be nice just to make something one-off. And if you really, like, there's only gonna ever be like 101 of them in the world, and that's it. Like stuff like that would be pretty cool. Yeah, this is like a potential idea. Just looking for a really clean like book cover. Instead of remain, it would be better to add available at this price for a limited time. Only 100 books. Limited edition. I feel like just limited edition or something like that. I swear, let me just find a cool like book cover. Let's just use this for now. I feel like I just need to scale this up a bit. Cool. It looks a bit. It just looks. I just forgot how much time this stuff like takes to look really good. You know, I spend so much time on this. Is that even like evenly spaced here? No, it's not. I feel like let me get like book PNG or something like that. Cover book PNG. All right. Man, I hate it when that happens. This is like you're gonna get a JPEG, but it turns out it's not. Just align it to the grids. Cool. just feel like this doesn't look as if it works out well, but looks good. Even though look, the margin here is just left by itself. See how the space works. Really, you can make this component and then change all of it for this one here. Because what I'm thinking is you can make this smaller. So, alright, I've got last 10 minutes, so if you got any questions, put them in the comments down in the live chat and I'll answer them. But we're just going to continue getting on with the store page. This is kind of what it's looking like right now. Let's like crop this image. So on the portfolio page, on my landing page, I want to sell stuff for people next year. So that's what it's looking like right now. What else? So we've got Figma. Like, can we see the space here just looks way off? We just made a Shift A auto layout that's gonna even out all the spacing and go 16. The truth is, it will be. How many people are gonna 2-foot studs up? Oh, wait, in a football game? I don't know, to be honest. It's not that rough. Don't worry. The football games are not that rough. I just feel like this even needs to be. Let's quickly fix this more. Alright. I just hate when the pixels aren't like even. It's just like you need to turn this off 376. So now everything's like you can space evenly. We'll move that up a bit. I feel like we need to just reduce the height of this a bit. Right. Be sure to give us a like as well if you enjoyed the stream. You want me to continue doing some streams. The channel's growing pretty well actually. The goal was to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year, so yeah, it's pretty cool. But be sure to like this stream and show your support, you know, and share it with your friends, your other design friends, so they can come next time as well, right? Let's quickly see how this looks. Bam, 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 bam. Let's get rid of that. So let's buy something from my store. Looks pretty cool, but obviously that's like way out of proportion. Let's like slide that. It's not even responsive, you know. Alright, let's see how it looks with another. Also, buy now CTA. So, yeah. I was hoping people would just click on this and then I'll take them. Take them there. I like the whole rule of 3 going on here. Limited edition book, $14.99. limited edition book. Let's do a little full stop there, you know, looks pretty neat like that. And then here you'd have the 101 iPhone icon pack. Let's see how that looks with that. I feel like, yeah, I feel like we could get away with the affordance of not having by now, you know. Alright, last few minutes, get your questions in. It looks like there's some Squid Game thing going on here, you know? The hell? The array is initially in the store, there'll probably only be one thing by itself, but because we're going to scale this store, eventually there'll be more stuff. Personally, I just don't think carousels work that well when it comes to selling like not too many things, just because of the fact that it hides the other products. Okay, let's see. This will probably be something like $5.99, so how will that look? The icon set of your dreams. Like in the button, buy now, 51 remaining. Yeah, like Amazon. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I feel like I should explore that as well. Let's do another exploration. Comment below if you want to do another stream building this shop or website together. Let's get rid of this group. The thing is, we already got like a button style up here. Let's see what it looks like again. Remind ourselves. I remember I was going for something funky. Like, can you see like the border radius is a bit edged off here? So it's like 04444. So this is all nice, and then boom, there's a little bit of character, you know, a bit of schnaz. Anyway, let's go back to the store, you know. Purchase. I'm currently reading The Design of Everyday Things. What a great book. Any book recommendations? Design books. Yeah, that's a good question. It's not saying like that Steve Krug book's really good. What's it called? Let me quickly search it. Steve Krug. That's it. Don't Make Me Think. That's a really good book. Of like how to do research. Don't Make Me. The Design of Everyday Things is a classic. Oh, I know a really good book. It's about like it's called Hooked by Neil Isle, but Hooked. That book's cool. I'll put a link in Amazon. It's pretty one of my favorite books I've read. I can't even find a link to the book because all right. Yeah, it makes it way more clear, like with these centered text. Oh, I'll click here to purchase it. That looks more cute though. I think it's like, do we always need to have text here? This is like limited edition, but that looks more like a primary CTA if that's like bold. It's looking cool, man. Let's say auto layout that. Maybe not. I'll have to auto layout everything else first. You have to auto layout everything. But it is nice too. Just making this like 40 space on each side. So low. What motivates you to become a better designer? I guess that goes down to just bettering yourself as a person, man. You just want to progress. These are like various iterations of this. I'm pretty ready. So I'll pretty call it last 2 minutes. It looks kind of quirky like that. It's interesting. I feel like this is really good for product placement though, this type of style that we've got, and this with the open resources. Anyway, I've got to wrap this up. Got to get. So let's quickly switch scenes. Quickly switch scenes. Comment down below whilst I switch scenes if you'll watch again as well. Sweet. So thank you to everyone that's tuned in today. I know we had a lot more people than I thought, to be honest. I was happy that even one person tuned in, to be honest. So making some progress on that future store for 2022 content, it's gonna be pretty cool. And yeah, it's nice for you to have an insight of what my next portfolio is gonna look like. And like I said, the existing portfolio is pretty going to remain there, and you can link out to that. And if you ever need help, let me know. Always feel free to send me messages on Twitter. But yeah, thank you again for tuning in. Be sure to give this stream a like. We're only at 2 likes right now, so it'll be really cool if you could give it a thumbs up. And I'll definitely be looking to do future streams. But enjoy your weekend, everyone. Enjoy your Friday. And yeah, thanks again for watching.